list here was we have FO making a comeback here. We got a couple of familiar faces as Zeta 5 is back for FO, but completely different otherwise. And then we get Scum with the new Boba Fett. Very excited to see Boba doing his thing here as we are playing Scramble the Transmissions. Break down the list shortly. Let's move the overlay shadow a little bit. Move it over slightly. There we go. Right shadow. There you go. All right. Both these lists are pretty mean. I know they seem pretty good. I've seen Aeriic play this list before on List Chaos recently. But this new Boba intrigues me, and I definitely want to try to emphasize getting faction representation over the 6 rounds today, but also like getting the new stuff seen, right? So after this game, it'll be 3 factions, so we're on good pace to get all 7. I was looking at a CIS list with Darth Maul. However, he was playing against another CIS list with like Zam and Django, and I was just like, I'd rather it be against a different faction. And looks like we're ready to rock and roll here. So Scramble the Transmissions, round 2 of the Conquest series is underway. And while you guys get your bets in, I am going to do a little housekeeping on the TO side to ensure that everyone knows when lunch break begins and ends. So 12. Use our little timestamp generator here. Discord timestamp generator. Big fan, big fan. Oh, A5. All right. Awesome. 47 people watching. How about it? Something about Tournament X-Wing that gets the people going. Am I right, folks? Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it very much. All right. Time to break down our lists here. I'm all juiced up. Maui, I know you are. You always are, though, man. You're all oiled up and juiced up, as they say, right? I don't know who they are, but that's what they say. Major Vonreg on the left side. Aeriic bringing FO. He's got Major Vonreg. Hopefully Vonreg sticks around a little longer than he did in List Chaos. He died quickly in List Chaos a few days ago on Wednesday night. Major Vonreg has Mag Pulse Warheads and Daredevil. Then we've got Nightfall. Nightfall has the Enhanced Jamming Suite, Pattern Analyzer, and Proud Tradition combo. 4 points. Theta 4 with enhanced jamming suite, pattern analyzer, and proud tradition. Theta 3 with seeker missiles. That's the basically spend charges to double mod your missiles attack, passive sensors, and first order ordnance. And then yet another Zeta 5 in this list, another XWA SL. We'll go over their abilities. It's hard to read, I know. Let's see here. So Theta 4, while an enemy ship in your turn arc performs an attack, you may spend 1 charge. If you do spend 1 charge from your missile upgrade to choose to attack dice, the attacker must reroll those dice. So inverse sat salvo, essentially. And then we've got start the engagement phase. If you have no green tokens, you may spend a charge to gain evade. It's 2 charges there. Zeta 5, while you perform an attack, if you are not shielded and the defender's initiative is higher than yours, add 1 eyeball result. Add 1 eyeball result. Mando going for the flank here. Now on the right side, Sevwall bringing, let's start with Boba, actually. Boba Fett, SL Boba. Let's take a look at SL Boba here. Well, after another friendly ship defends, if you have a lock on the attacker, you may perform a bonus attack against the attacker. He's got homing beacon. While you perform a target lock action, you may spend 1 charge to ignore range restrictions. So he can get that lock out of the way early. After you fully execute an advanced maneuver, if there's an enemy ship at range 1 to 2 in your front arc, you may spend a charge to acquire a lock on that ship. Fennec Shand, while you defend or perform an attack, if you have a lock on the enemy ship rolls 1 fewer die. Ooh, jeez, that sounds nasty. Seismics and Slave 1 title. By perform a front arc attack, you've already in the defender's rear back arc. You may change 1 hit result to a crit result. Oh boy, nasty. Custom Cad Bane has Prockets and Synced Lasers, Xandu Blood title, and Composure. The Mandalorian, he's got that Kinizo switch. He's got Outmaneuver the Child and Calibrate Laser Targeting. He's got the same abilities as Razor Crest N1, but the Kinizo switch, after he performs a slam action, if he fully executed the maneuver, you may break all locks assigned to him. That's a 2-charge thing. And then we've got Fen Rao. Custom Fen has Predator, not Fearless. Let's bring our I6 companion to the top. Here we go. And it looks like we were setting dials for round 2. Yeah, so I think another reason maybe, I mean, and this is my speculation because I have the insight if I wanted to find it, but I don't know it right now. On the XWA side, is that there are, besides the obvious difference in upgrades and like a different ability, you know, making the action bar different is another way to justify somebody spending an extra point for Boba, custom Boba, versus the 7-point version. So the red reinforced being gone, you know, I could also see that just being a way to differentiate it. But yeah, it's probably kind of unfair. I mean, the fire spray is generally like, you know, borderline an unfair chassis anyways to deal with, right? In most cases it is. And so you guys know this game, or second round, after that we'll have a lunch break. It'll be about an hour. And then at 2 o'clock, around 2 p.m. Central Time, is when we'll kick off with round 3. And then from 2 to 3:30, we'll have round 3, 3:45 to 5:30, round 4, and then 5:30 to, well, it'll probably be more like 5:15 to 6:30-ish will be round 5. And then from that point, we'll have the top 2. The top 2 probably get started by 7 and goes to 8:15, 8:30. So we've got pretty much a 12-hour day for me. 10 hours-ish, 10 and a half, maybe 11 hours of streaming. So maybe wants to jam. CAD already moved, right? Or you just decloak? Let's see. CAD has not moved yet. And CAD does bump. And so if Theta goes straight, might have to consider a barrel roll. Banks and is definitely in Procket territory there. It's like is your bank unhappy with you subbing to 312 drug? What are you doing? I'm trying to find your message line below. If I can scroll up to it. It's not letting me scroll. I cannot donate sub. I am locked out. Drums, drums in the deep. They are coming. Reminds me of that scene in The Mines of Moria. We cannot get out. Procket territory is the best territory. Yeah. I don't know if I can really debate that. Maui, I just tagged you in Discord. Someone has a rules question about tyranny. Oh, we're able to jam Mando, who did not take a lock on an obstacle. And he's going to check the scramble. Yeah. Well, the other thing too is when it comes to like funding a Twitch creator, donating all that money in Patreon, most of that money goes to the channel. Subs are great, and we can do sub goals, and we do to encourage them, and we need subs. But subs, we get 50% of it. We lose 50% to Amazon. So between the two, people ask me, is it better to be on Patreon or subscribe? If you have to pick one, I mean, ideally, if you're able to do both, it helps us the most. But I understand a lot of people can't. Patreon or donations are better, just because it's not 50% taken away by a corporate entity. He could slam. Matt, weren't you supposed to play? What Doug was and I were wondering what happened to you. I'm glad you're okay. I thought you said you wanted to play, but then I didn't see that you weren't on there anymore. So hopefully you're good, buddy. Pal. Friend besto. And here comes Phineas. Yep, here comes the boost. Oh, there's the boost. He already boosted. Boosted. And Von Reg's like, hell no! That is not where Von Reg wants to be at all. No. The mood left me for whatever reason. That's too bad. That's all right. I get it. I understand. My mood to play X-Wing has not been at its highest, and this is not me trying to bring the vibe down. It's just the fact. And I'm really happy to see other people are really amped up to play. Is this sensitive controls, Von Reg? No. I don't know if have I seen a Von Reg with sensitive controls before? So Fen has range 2 on Theta 4. Here we go. So Fen with most Fen range 2 shot, 1 hit. Well, there's a global championship and a bunch of hardware, including a silver N1 sealed, by the way, folks. I didn't tell you about this one, but Marcel Manzano did donate for the winner. And on top of the plaque, they also win a sealed N1 Starfighter. So that's why it's a full day with some hardware on the line. It's also possible, depending on turnout, that some of these conquests are only 4 rounds. All right. So Theta did take a shield. Von Reg. Assume this is a Magpulse into... Yeah, it's a Magpulse into Boba, which is probably the right call for sure. As it hits. And Mando whiffs and shot into Nightfall. Boba depleted. It's like for one, is there a lock out there? He rerolled his hit result, and that's 2 more shields into Theta 4. Yep. Oh yeah. He jammed off the Lucky Poo, but he was able to reroll anyways. So I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. Synced laser 2 into Theta 4 down to 1 hole. I think I actually changed Theta's initiative. Theta 4 is initiative 4. Yeah, no, we're good. Well, is it time to shoot a Fen? No, time to shoot a Bobby. For 1 crit, Bobby takes a shield. Nope. He has... Oh, he has a focus on the right side of his ship. Okay. Another shot here after Boba spends his focus to get out of that. Last shot from Theta 4. Hit, crit, and natural. Boba taking 1. Range 1 into Boba here. Oof. Just 1, and Boba rolls. Pretty sure he just rolled natty baits. So, as Boba do sometimes. Reminder to myself to start the round. Shout out to Maui for being my judge today. Appreciate you, Maui, for giving me your time. Cleo says thank you as well. She's like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. She's so happy. Look at that. Look at this little kidder. All right. 1-1 as the middle point was not claimed because Fen boosted. Round 3, we go. If I'm Sevwall, I'm pretty happy. I mean, you've got a ship, a 4-pointer on 1 hull. Boba only took 2 there. Von Reg is getting a little too close to you. It's going to be difficult for him to get another good shot on Boba. We need a cat in the dice box. We've had a lot of those. So, we need another one of those. Yeah, I agree. Embedding is closed, so we'll turn that off. Boa did get away with a little bit there. Yeah, Fen turns out a 5 dice potentially double modded gun is a bit of a scary thing to deal with. I wouldn't have guessed until now. I had no idea. It's pretty good. Yeah, Slambolo saying, enjoy your ad-free streaming watching experience. I feel like the X-Wing Alliance logo is barely slightly off-center from the round 2. That looks good. We should be watching Nick. I don't know, maybe the ads are saving you from watching me for a little bit. You get like a little break, a little small break before the next terrible joke is made. My goodness. What is this kitten doing? Here we go. Round 3 scramble for round 2. It's a mouthful. Is underway. We're flipping around and getting a focus with Proud, probably. Pattern analyzer. Scrambling. And this is definitely to block that too hard. All right, Lambolo, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy time with your nephew. Have fun. We'll be here. Appreciate it. Appreciate you very much. $50 people. Wow. Watched X-Wing, huh? I thought X-Wing was dead, huh? Uh-oh. That's a procket. I don't even know if you need to fire a procket, right? It's kind of total overkill on a one whole ship. Boba bumps. And Mando probably just scrambles back. He does. The downside of lower initiative ships at scramble. Onreg bumps. Whoa, Joe. Is that like a good my game is done, or is that a bad my game is done? Oh, it was a bad my game is done. I got it. Fen is going to eat a Procket? How is Fen eat a Procket? Isn't Fen on the same side as Cat? Who else has Prockets? Nobody. He's gonna shoot him anyways. I like that. Nice win this week, by the way. Theta 4 is officially off the board. Did not need to fire a Procket to do it. That would be kind of ridiculous. Going range 0 out the front for 2. Not bad. That's going to be 1 going through on yellow. Yeah, Mando and Nightfall, formation flying, just taking the objective from each other and just otherwise being pretty passive. The pacifist journey. All right, so I think we're getting our passive sensors target lock. And you just put it on Ven Rao. Pretty sure. Or are we doing CAD? We're doing Fen. Yep. I think it's time for a Seeker missile. So 3 dice, and then he gets to spend charges to double mod. Oof. Spend the lock. Oh, only 2. That's rough. And Fen is going to be okay with 2 natural evades. Aeric's, yeah, attack dice Aeric's been rolling. Early small sample, but not very hot, to say. The least, range 1 into Boba. It looks like you clip him range 1. Oh, it's range 2. It is range 2. Spend the focus for 2. Boba spends his and takes 1 more last shield, or 1 more shield left for Mr. Fett. Not as passive as those sensors. Hey, what's the deal with passive food? And it is 6-2. They both split the objectives 1-1 again. But Sevwall has a nice little 4-point lead on Scramble. That's something. Heading to the 4th round. Mando's in a good spot to start outmaneuvering folks. And he can slam into red target lock and still shoot while he has people in his bullseye, which also gives him CLT, which he has the trial to mod the eyeball result. So a lot could work out in his favor. So if you're Aeric, Nightfall is just a little awkward. Nightfall being over there. You've lost one of your SFs without doing much damage. Boba hasn't taken enough damage. Fen hasn't taken any. Cat hasn't taken any. Like, it's just not, the status report damage wise is not good. It does not spark joy for the First Order. You know, I think if you can get a couple more good shots into Boba, Von Rick is right there. You know, he's not nothing. He's definitely a good piece for Aeriic to leverage here, but you got to be careful with Fen. Another TIE fighter gets caught. Range 1 of Fen. It's going to be bad news. Goodness gracious. Look at this kitten. All right, we're doing that rotate there to try to get a good shot at the back into Boba. Aeriic has the top objective right now. The middle unclaimed. The bottom is Sevwall's. Father, I desire violence against the tiny object on screen. Yes, that is what my cat is saying in her native tongue, which is nothing because she doesn't talk very much. The other one, though, Maya talks all the time. He's sleeping, though. So cat getting turned around using... Does he have contraband? How did he do that? No, he didn't turn around. I'm stupid. His firing arc is facing the other way. He's just going fast and straight. Okay. Okay, I like that from Nightfall. Doesn't have any missiles or anything, just that bullseye, front arc gun too. 2 dice or 3, depending on where Mando might end up. Or Mando could just slam out of there. Especially he gets to keep lock. Mando can just Kineso switch. Get rid of that lock. We might see Vonreg do a 1 hard. In Mag Pulse again. Boba takes the target lock. So Mando does need to be careful, even trading 1 shot at range 1. I mean, he's very fragile. The N1 chassis is not super inspiring. 2 agility, 2 shields, 3 hull. That's funny. Your cat has a big personality. Type A behavior for sure. Very type A. And no native evade. Not sure what they're pinging. Well, you could use his ability to mitigate blanks. Unfortunately, you need to be in like the front arc of 2 ships at range 1 to 2. But yes, generally, yeah, he's sad. He rolls any blanks. He's very sad. Oh, I had the dice cam turned off. Ah, Mando took 2. Okay. Nightfall. Did Nightfall take anything in return? No. Mando had taken 2 from earlier. And then he slams. Looks like he slams to just force the bump, which isn't that bad of an idea. Fen. Hunting some Von Reg. Do you focus roll here, or do you just sit there and focus? He does do the roll. Oh, wow. Okay. Vonreg goes the other way, but there's going to be 2 pretty good shots into Theta 3. Fen will have Bullseye, it looks like. And Boba with the target lock. He's going to target lock Cad. Okay. Not a good turn for FO. TO question. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. All right, now Boba. So Fen's shot misses. Boba for a hit crit. He has the lock. Not going to use it. No, sorry. Fen's attack did do a couple damage. I was answering a TO question. I missed that. So that is a fuel leak? These gas prices? Oh, man. Next, it's the range 0 bullseye shot from Nightfall here for only 1. Mando is fine. Now a target lock back from the passive sensor. Seeker missile into Boba. Can he get some damage? Another 2 blanks. Oh. Not sure what happened there. Oh, he can't do the Seeker? Not what happened there. I'm confused. Boba takes his left shield. Fennec. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's like a permanent Kanan as long as the lock's out there. It is 7-3. Nightfall took 2 damage from the range 0, which is unfortunate for Nightfall. It's just really awkward game for Aeriic. If Von Rig can get Mando, I mean, there you go. There's your 4 points and you're tied, but I agree. Yeah, Nightfall is just kind of out there. We'll do another giveaway after this round before our lunch break starts. Oh no, don't tell me. Stop. Stop it. Copper Blue. Is Copper Blue here? Copper Blue in our Twitch chat. Stop it! How did he... How? Unbelievable. I am pissed. I am right out upset. Innkeeper found a way. Got lucky. Beat Copper Blue. My man Copper Blue. Just... God. Jeez. You guys want to see the event !WC in the chat, by the way, if you missed that. Here we go to round 5. Sevwall, getting close. You know, it's only 7-3, but take another 4-pointer off, get a couple scramble points, and you are firmly in the driver's seat. And just kind of running away from Fen, it looks like. Scramble back and use the ability flying through Mando to double jam him as well. US Islands represent. Let's go. Does a boost line you up bullseye? So it definitely does not. That just puts you in front of a rock, so you just sit there for a synced laser shot. And I think it's time for a little Kanizo switch action here. More like Jam DeLorean. Hey, hey, hey. He also has the weakness of never wanting to spend his lock for his attack. True, and he doesn't get a passive reroll or anything like Marauder. So if he did, that would be just so brutal. But he doesn't. So we get a little slam here. We're not going to Kanizo, though. You should, right? Why not use the Kanizo switch? Ooh, Boba. Boba might have to boost to get a good shot here. He doesn't have one as it stands. He is going to do the boosty boost. Von Rig, is that a deplete token? No, it's a straight. Good. That's like, uh-oh. Oh boy, Fenrau. Fenraudius. Yeah, you're gone. See ya! That's gonna be a see you later. For Theta. But first, Von Reg. All right, and the Bagpulse Warhead will hit. Cad takes a shield. And here we go. With Fenrau. Oh, it's range 2. I thought that was going to be range 1. Hit crit after spending the focus, and that is a dead. With the fuel leak, these gas prices, that triggers. And Theta 3 is Theta no mo. And it's 11-3. Sevwall firmly in the lead. Nightfall, range 2 with that turret arc. 2 dice into Cad. For 2. Cad is taking 2. Down to 4 hole. And now Bob. Oh, Bob never shot. Yeah, we definitely needed to shoot with Bob. With I tend to rule with respect. He needs to rule with respect. Ooh, is there like a spicy argument in the chat? It looks like there's a bit of a spat, as the British call it. A little spot in the chat. Oh boy, that's not good, as Nightfall takes a bit of a whomper. 1 hole left on Nightfall. And is that a structural damage? What did we get? It is. Oh! Someone is either chuffed or chapped. I think it's a chap chufflery. They're having a bit of a row with you. And it's a Yorkshire tea. My British impression is so offensive. I know it. And I do apologize. I apologize, but I also like don't feel bad about it. You know, it's like I'm sorry, but also you're gonna say, well, then you're not sorry. You're probably right. I'm probably not that sorry. Yeah, I kind of don't have the energy to even argue with people in keyboard form anymore. I'm just like, I just don't feel like doing it. So I can relate. A row. Ah. You see? How would I know how to pronounce it row if it looks like row? I think it's because I'm illiterate. All right, y'all. Be cool in the chat. Be cool in the chat. No need to call people's takes bad or good. Unless they like Rise of Skywalker, then you can call it a bad take. Yeah. I started to see it in the U.S. articles too. What? Row? Or what are you talking about? What do the newspapers love? Oh, I see. I got you. I got you, fam. Good turn for objectives for Aeriic, though. He got all 3, so good for him. So 11-6, 6th round coming right up, brought to you by me. Remember, guys, winner of this Conquest is taking home the Windy City champ. Yeah, it's upside down. I'm so proud of that, showing it off. It was upside down the whole time. It's taking this home, Windy City champion. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he essentially has. Boba still hasn't taken a damage card. Probably barrel roll jam. Is that what I'm doing? Mando's about to get a nice little outmaneuver shot, though, into Nightfall. Also, Cat's just going to kill him as well, so. Yeah, this is one of those games. It's just like, it's not particularly a blowout, but it's Aeriic just has no chance, right? Like, with all due respect, it's just one of those games, you know. Nightfall and Mando tangoed. Mando was happy to do it. Nightfall probably better served being with the rest of the group, trying to chew down and whittle down Boba. Von Reg, you know, he did his job, but I think in terms of, you know, he probably still pursuing Boba would have been beneficial instead of kind of focusing on Cat and Mando, who haven't really been that much of a threat. Sev has the high ground. He has the row ground. Looks like I'm going to have some commentary help starting round 3 after our lunch break, which will be great. So I won't be the only one talking. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I can't disagree with the luck that Boba faced. Kind of doing a bit of a joust. I guess Sevwall just kind of felt confident that it wasn't going to take much damage, so I get that. Oh, Tavern Wars using the joust emote. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, I actually made that I made when I worked with GSP. That was a fun one. I really like that one. Yeah. Well, that brings back memories. It's a great emote. Roll too many. Still gets the evade. All right, Nightfall will live for a shot. That was Mando. Range 1 into Cat here. Take crit. Cat had take another damage from Von Reg. Takes the crit. It's a hull breach. Now a one-die shot into Boba because of the lock from Fennec. And Boba is fine. And it's 12-8. So a 4-point game. Aeriic making the most of keeping this game closer. Surprise out. Nightfall is still alive, but hey. That's cool. And once Nightfall goes, it would be 16 for Sevwall. It gets him pretty close to, you know, what he needs to go 2-0. It is going to be in a lot of players' best interest to keep playing. One, to make top 8. Two, those who play all 5 rounds today will be eligible for the prize pack raffles for participation that we'll be doing. We're going to be doing 8. Giving away 8 XWA prize packs. Bet one all FO friends. Over 50 folks watching. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have enjoyed X-Wing coverage so far. Something different about tournament play, right? Online or in person, which we'll have our in-person tournament in July. We'll be streaming that in person, so for Aeriic, I think if Von Reg can find a way to get CAD, I don't know how you do that though. Von Reg is kind of in a weird spot. The one hard, it looks like it clears, but I think it just bumps CAD. So if assuming CAD just moves in the way, he doesn't. It goes that way, and he claims. Okay. And what Von Reg could do is he could take a strain to target lock and then still claim back if he wanted, assuming he does the one hard. The evade focus. I assume Boba's turning in. Yeah. Probably gonna be it for. And if you target lock, if you just target lock because they roll one less die, right? Yeah. It would be 0 dice. You just have to roll 1 hit. Would it be 0? Because well, I think it would be they get. I think so you'd have a green token. They would get 1 die. So now Sevwall has 2 objectives: the bottom by Mando and the middle. It's a brilliant distraction for doing work. You got to work this weekend? Oh man, you're welcome. Appreciate you guys watching from all the zones, all the different time zones, the UTCs, the GMTs, and everything in between. The ESTs, the CTs, PSTs, MTs. Yeah, there's the one hard. Cat has a hull breach with 2 hull left, no tokens. You take him off the board, it will be tied for a moment. I know, I definitely feel like I missed like 10 zones when I was doing that list of zones. I'm not completely in the zone, but I'm not out of the zone either. Van Voling Vonreg again. Thankfully for Vonreg, that's not range 1. It's going to be range 2 by a hair. 3 on 3 here, no bullseye, and he rolls all paint. Spend the focus. That's 3. Vonreg only taking 1 though. Pretty good roll there for Major Vonreg. All right, so this is depleted shot from Vonreg into a hull breach tokenless. Cad Bane have to spend a lock. It gets better. Hit crit. And Cad only takes a crit if it's a direct. It's not. It's a panicked pilot. He's on 1 hull. And that's going to do it for Nightfall. Boba spanks Nightfall out of existence. 4 more points. It is 16-8. And now Mando shooting into Vonreg. 2 dice, no bullseye for the CLT or anything like that. 1 hit. Vonreg will be not okay. Take a shield. Shield's down. So that evens out from the defend shot in a way. Takes 2. Zeta now. Zeta, Theta, Beta. Still locked, only getting 1. It's just so brutal. All right. I must have misspoken. I guess Aeriic does have 2 objectives. Oh, because he had scrambled with Vonreg. That's right. So I was right earlier when Sevwall did have 2. It's 17-10. Going into the 8th round. Oh, 9. I guess I can shorten the lunch break. Okay. Era, who would have thought we'd be saying that? Not me, not me. Yeah, oof. Scary shot. And if Boba keeps his that lock, it would be 4 on 2. Yeah, that's gonna. I think that's gonna be a dead Zeta 5 here in a moment. Von Rig probably just gonna chase after Cad and finish him off. Scum is the future. What was Fen's shot? How much damage did Fen just do? None? Oof. Oh. Cad's gonna live. So Zeta didn't take any damage from Fen Rao. Two there. Sorry, guys. I'm getting a little distracted with a few things. Zeta takes 2. Ooh, suffering a damage to add the eyeball? Is that what's going on? Yeah? Wow. Pair of combos there. And that kills Mando? Okay, Eric. Nicely done there. And it's 17-14. Not sure whose role that was. Oh, Boba's bonus attack. That does get the kill. That does end the game. All right. Eric does keep, I think it's 2 objectives. So 21 to 15? 16? 21 to 16. What a game. Wow.